what do we have back in here? No way! Is this my figure 8 car? Guys, we just got this thing out of storage and I'm already not liking this. I'm seeing a huge list of things to do before... Does that thing still have air in it? That's crazy that that thing still has air in it. We have a huge list of things to do to this thing. That had air in it all winter. I haven't hooked that up at all. Anyway, distracted. We have a huge list of things to do with this thing before our first race. We have 2 flat tires. No good. No good potatoes. We have a completely loose back end. Guys, you do not want loose back ends. These whips are already making me upset. We have a lot to do to this thing. Holy crap. Whips won't come off. Am I missing something? There we go. I just don't want to be smacked in the face with these whips. So we're going to be... There we go. I'll have to lubricate those things up. I guess the whips don't like sitting all winter. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting a lot of effort into mostly the back of this car. Between the rear tires and... I do have a surprise for you guys. Just hold on 1 second. So here is the surprise. We're going to be getting rid of those cheaper Amazon e-brake systems that I found out work, but not the best. And we're going to be switching to this 3/4 Wilwood setup. Now, I actually spent a little bit of time, a little bit of money researching on what I wanted and actually buying what I wanted. This thing here is pretty much exactly what I want. And I'm pretty sure that we can make this thing work with the existing setup we have and still have the air control it. I might even put a bolt through there just for it to catch it. Not sure yet, but we'll have to see. So this is something here I'd like to upgrade and put into there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to this one before the first race of this car this year, but it is kind of nice to have it. The main thing that I would like to focus on right now is the back of this car. And what I would like to do, 1, I'd like to get tires that hold air on it. 2, I'd just like to try to bring this back into this car back to life. 3, I'd like a jack that has some goddamn oil in it. So now that we got my jack fixed, it's a great thing about owning piles of junk. Every week you just gotta put a little bit more oil in them. But here's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna attack the back of this car. I think that we're going to be honest, I have no idea what we're gonna do back here. But all I know is I think this threaded rod is actually broken. Yeah, that one's actually broken. That one's still attached. Like, honestly, guys, we need just to basically take off the back of this car and figure out what's going on. For the life of me, guys, I can't remember why this threaded rod didn't go all the way to the floor. Was there a reason for that? Or was that just me being lazy? It might have just been me being lazy. I know these ones were attached to something. The threads on those are damaged for some reason. Not really sure why. You know what? I'm just gonna come in here with a Sawzall. Oh my God. Oh My goodness gracious. There's like none of the car left back here. Well, this is crap. I'm just being a little nervous cutting this car apart because I'm scared I'm gonna cut my hands. I think we can make this work. Now hear me out. It's gonna take some effort. It's gonna take a little bit of welding. My mic!
It's naked.
It actually looks better like that. It just looks terrifying. That's like 60 or 80 pounds.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a good thing I'm getting rid of it on mine.
So there we go. We kind of got the whole back of this thing cut down with all the sheet metal we do not need. We may try to put that bumper back on. I would like to put this trunk lid back on. But like, we cut off the frame section. We cut out all the little bits of the speaker deck that we don't actually need. So now my plan is to weld some threaded rod right down here to this and then bring it up. And then that's what everything's gonna hook to. And maybe some threaded rod coming out this way from the actual bumper as well. So let's see what I can do here with some time, a welder, and a torch. Just give me a little bit of effort, a little bit of your time here, guys, and we'll be right back with something that is probably unexpected and probably a little dangerous. So we did a whole bunch of work here on the back of this thing, and I think it turned out pretty good. So we got threaded rods right down to the actual chassis. We got them coming up through what used to be the speaker deck. We did cut out a lot of the speaker deck. As you can see, it's pretty much completely gone. Again, threaded rods down to the chassis on this side, and then we actually have threaded rods coming through the back here, which we're gonna try to use to hold this thing on. So that's what I've done back here, is pretty much just cut away all the unnecessary and pretty much just go. Now, if you take a look, the bumper is pushed a little bit to driver's side, but that's mostly because driver's side is hurt. So what we have done here, we actually do have to copy over here, and then the back end will be done, hopefully. But the one thing that nobody's gonna tell you about is, see the height of that brake drum to the rear axle? I actually moved it down, so that way when I get hit, it puts the pressure on the axle. Instead of like the actually factory Cavalier side, like when you get hit over here, it actually kind of lifts up the pressure. So I'm hoping that this here will lift the back of my car and kind of make everything just a little bit better. So we got to do all that. That's the next job. Let's not worry about that. Let's get the trunk lid on here and get everything done and get this thing ready to be... Actually, let's just get it ready for the next thing, I guess, because this thing needs a lot of damn work. Okay, guys, we got the back of this thing done, and I like it quite a bit. It is pushed off a little bit to driver, but thing's been raced quite a bit. Let's take a look. It almost looks the same as what it came in, except about 8 inches shorter and about 50 to 60 pounds lighter. So here we go. You can see the Zack's workshop. I was able to keep that. I really like that on the trunk. We have the threaded rod down to that gas tank protector or back brace, and then we have the actual trunk lid bolted to the speaker deck. And then, but you can kind of see that everything's shoved off to the side, but I just kind of think it's because this side of the car got wider. The next thing we're going to look at is these. My whole idea is to get this side to look like that side. So it's time to now do that, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're just going to work on this, cut it off, get the brake lines off, take out all the bolts, and just pretty much start fresh. So we're gonna get this cut off and go from there. And with a little bit of hard work, we got the actual spindle that we want on there. These are my homemade design, and they're gonna take that brake caliper, well, brake drum right there. We just have to modify it a bit more for it to fit, but we kind of welded it on, we braced it all up. Now the last thing to do is put that on, run the brake lines, and basically button up the back end. And then once we have this all back together, we're gonna have to trim some of the sheet metal around this, but we're gonna do that later. The first thing, like I said, is let's get this drum onto there. But unfortunately, it is the end of the day today, and I gotta go pick up my son from daycare. So we'll continue this tomorrow, and by putting that brake drum onto that new brake drum mounting surface. So we got the new rear spindle on there, and we're just gonna get the tire on here shortly. So there you have it. We have the back end back together. We got the bumper trimmed off, still a bit warm. We have all the new wheel bearings put on, and if you guys are wondering, no, the bolts have not come in. They've been delayed again. I only have one bolt in that hub. That's why we don't have it on the ground. But I'm pretty pleased with how everything went. There's so many different people doing different things to the back of their cars. There's guys that are running 97 to 99 rear brakes because they have a smaller drum, so they think that they're better. There's guys that only run the Ecotech rear brakes because they think those are better. There's a guy out there named Jason Gilbert. He's designed this contraption that bolts onto the hub and then uses a front wheel bearing to work on there. And then I'm trying this. So there's 10,000 different ways to do the exact same job. If you guys are wanting to try the Jason Gilbert way, where you don't have to modify anything, his name is Jason Gilbert. Send him a private message here on Facebook, and he'll probably sell and ship you what you need. It was step-by-step instructions. I was gonna do that, and I was really thinking about it, but then I thought to myself, I don't have that many Cavalier front wheel drive wheel bearings, and I guess I can buy new ones, but I have 47 of these rear brakes. So let's try these rear brakes. But there's 10 different ways to skin a cat. You might have yours, I might have mine. Does it make either one of them wrong? No, you still have a cat and a skin. So I'm gonna see how this works for me. And the only reason I went this way is mostly because I have the parts and I have a welder, and I don't like going to buy parts. I know that sounds stupid. I'd rather recycle what I got off other cars and put on these ones. But you guys watch on this video, we got the back end shortened up. Now it's attached. Before, the whole back end wasn't attached. And I think we cut off about 100 extra pounds. Ain't gonna make a big difference in the long run because I think we put more weight on this rear axle. We got the wheel bearings done. We got the new brakes on. We got them bled. Actually, I think the bleeding's in a different video. But we got the whole back end of this car done, and I'm pretty happy about that. We got a lot more to do to this thing. This thing was in storage all winter. There's plenty more to do to it. We got more lights to come. I'm an adult with adult money, so I'm going to be putting lights on this girl. And then we got to check the radiator. We got to make sure that the oils are good. I have an oil change for this thing. There's a lot of things that we got to do to get this car back into the ring. This tire here is not new, but it's probably going to be new soon because she's got a big nick out of her. I do have foam-filled tires for this thing, but I do think that they're way too heavy. I kind of maybe thought they'd be a lot lighter, but they're not a lot lighter. So that sucks. But no, I'm happy, guys. I want to say thank you very much for watching Zack's Workshop today. And if you enjoy this content, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I know a lot of my regular viewers are subscribers, and I thank you guys very much for that. So we have less than 1 week until this car has to hit the track. I think we can get it done. I really do. But The next thing we got to do is build a new standalone brake system for this thing. We got to run new lines. We got to make sure there's no leaks. We got to bleed the brakes. We got to install more lights. And then I'm going to put a sway bar in the front of this because sometimes when I dream, I have crazy dreams that try to make cars better. And if it actually makes them better, I got no idea. Whatever. See you guys back here tomorrow on Zack's Workshop.